Good morning and welcome to the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge out here in Johnson Valley, California. What a fantastic morning it is. I'm Jim Marsden and joining me in the booth is none other than Fish from Fishgistics. How are we doing, Fish?
Oh, we're doing great. It's a little bit colder than yesterday, but we can't complain, right? We're out here in the desert ready to go racing.
Absolutely. The sun's coming up in front of us right now, and the most important thing, I am watching over 130 limited class racers getting ready for action.
Yeah, this is awesome, and they're lining up where they qualified yesterday, so that's why you see some B2s mixed with the B3s, and it's going to be a great day of racing.
So lining up there on the front row of the grid, we've got Brock Hager and Joe Tirana. In the second row,
we have Braden Baker and Todd Jackson.
And in the third row is Dale Egberts and Kaden McCarren.
And we have Zach McLaren and Doug Matag.
Then after him we have Carr and then Martin sitting in 9th and 10th. This is a seriously stacked field in that top 10. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy, and it is go time. Green flag drops here in Johnson Valley, California, and the first of our limited races are off the line.
So Brock had the inside there. Now Joe has the inside here. Look at this, neck and neck going out of Hammertown.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you. Off of that first bend, it's hard to get your power down, but then the inside line. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is fantastic to watch. But Brock Hager cuts off Joe Tirana there to take the lead as he makes his way out into the desert.
Now, coming up right here, this is what I was talking about. This is some of the roughest section. This next area has some huge holes in it. This is going to be interesting to see how hard Brock pushes through here.
Yeah, look at that. He's already started to pull away time on Joe Tirana there. And these big double kickers here. Now, we saw some of the big cars having problems there, never mind the UTVs, but the talent and the drivers here is unbelievable. Yeah, this is a stacked field. This is one of the most stacked fields, honestly, that we've had at a race in a long time. Between the Pro R and the Can-Ams, you have all of the top drivers at this race. Everybody is here racing today. Yeah, and we also saw some big names having some problems yesterday as more cars leave the line right now. That is Baker and Todd Jackson, Braden Baker and Todd Jackson. So that is a B3 versus a B2 there. So the B3 obviously has all-wheel drive, much lighter car. No surprise to see him get the jump on him going out of town. You got Eberts on the top. Dale, he has his daughter in there, Madison, co-driving with him today in that B2 car. Yeah, Kaden McCarren, of course, he is in the second factory Pro R. His teammate is currently leading this race, and Kaden gets the whole shot and drags it out into the desert. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to see there. But joining us today and helping us out with the fantastic race coverage is Pam Hall, and she is in the pits right now. So we're going to cut down to Pam and see what she's got.
Taking off 2 by 2, these drivers, a lot of talented out there on our race course. Right now, what they're doing, they are trying to figure out their lines to the short course. They're going to go out, do their loops, but these guys have their nerves running through. But here they are on the start of our 2024 Toyo Tire Desert Challenge. Back to you guys.
There's a look at Brock out there, still going good. He was first off the line. He got the whole shot, and he's first into the desert. Looking pretty smooth so far. Yeah, and it's worth talking about these vehicles. So these vehicles are now running 35-inch tires. They've got bigger transmissions. They've got bigger axle shafts, everything, as we watch another two heading out into the desert right now. Once again, that's a B2 versus a B3 there. The B3 all-wheel drive. Pretty much all the B3s are going to win off the line if they're lined up next to a B2. You can't match the all-wheel drive and the lightness of a B3. Dirt still looks like it's wet, and it's going to make for some great racing. You're going to be able to drive up behind people today without much of an issue, at least so far. We'll see if that changes later. Yeah. That was a bit of a kicker. See, that's the suspension being used to the max right there. I think that's to the max and a little bit more. Yeah. And we've got more B3s coming through in a moment. We're going to have Yi and Raniero going out in a B2, B3 battle once again. I'm really enjoying this. Fish is awesome to see. Yeah, this is awesome. And these shots that we're getting right here, this is pretty rad. That's an awesome helicopter shot up there following Brock. That's Christian Serapis there. He's looking pretty good in his Can-Am there. He's he won the last race. We talked about that yesterday. Oh, look at this. We've got an overtake coming on. Let's see. Look at coming right in front of him. So that's where the B2 excels, through these holes. Oh, into the back of him. Contact. Oh no, he may have taken out a shock there. That was pretty hard contact. I saw a lot of white smoke come out at the last second, too. I think he may have got him into the shock. I think that was Jackson. That was the big holes. That was the big holes. That's the difference between a B3 and a B2 and the big holes. Christian Serapis now, this is interesting. Now he's going for the front. Yeah. So that was suggesting to me. Right rear looks okay. He's got a left front flat. Yeah, absolutely. Watching desert racing live is epic, right? This is between these shots and the timing and everything. This is pretty cool. That's Caden Wells there in the car pulling the B2 once again. All the B3s are just fast in the infield. It's hard to beat all-wheel drive, right? All-wheel drive just makes that difference. And this is it's going to be a great day of racing. Look at the dust. There's still none. The dirt is absolutely perfect out here. Well, that's a big kick right there. Those holes are just so big going out of town right there.
Yeah, this part of the course is really starting to get cut up now, but as you were saying, you can see those dark patches in the dirt. That means there's moisture under the surface, and that makes it for perfect race conditions. There's a slight haze in the sky, which is keeping the sun glare down as well. I mean, does it get a more perfect day for racing than today?
Well, Christian Serapis is still there. That is not good to see in the bottom of our screen. What a bummer for Christian.
Yeah,
he went from winning the last race to breaking at mile 2.
Exactly. But this is the thing. It's from dust to glory, isn't it? It's that whole thing. 1 minute you're really fast and the next you're not.
Look at that epic camera shot. That's pretty crystal clear camera right there. That is pretty cool, the Max Eddy car. Looks like they're looking, they're zooming in to look at something there. You can see all the little stickers even. Awesome. Good job, B-More.
Being able to take those option lines, and this is where pre-running is really important as well. Get out on those courses, find those faster lines, but also know where those opposite lines are where you can still carry the speed so you can make the overtakes. And it's not as simple as like when you watch Fast and Furious and you just pull out, change down 3 gears and go. These cars are actually quite equally matched, so you actually have to really fight to do the overtake.
This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
That is a look at Kristen Matlock right there. Yesterday, her car was stuck in limp mode for a little bit, so that's why when we saw Wayne was behind her for a little bit. She could only do 7,800 RPM, so they got it fixed, and they're hoping that it's ready to go today. It looks like she's over 7,800 RPM right now to me. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it looks like she's hauling. She's one of the fastest drivers out there, full stop, period. And she's incredibly successful. I mean, she's won lots of races. Now, is this one of the first, if not the first, of the UTVs to be running that double shock absorber setup?
Yeah, I think her and Wayne were the first ones I can think of. And they have a slapper bump stop in the front, too. See that bump stop up there? They do have a coilover, and then they have a bumps and air bump in the front also.
So still, we've got lots of action here as we're looking at another. Oh, look at that big wheel stand there from one of the Speed UTVs. Now, who is that? Is that Max Gordon I see there? Is that the car 77? If it is, that is Max Gordon, and a very talented young man. Oh, it looks like we've got a car stopping on course there, so tough luck for someone.
Yeah, trying to see who that is. Looks like a white and black car. See if we can get a number.
Even I'd work that one out.
Yeah. 371?
Yeah, or is it 971? 371.
371, one of the LSK cars.
Yeah, that is the Tabor car. 80 vehicles that have started the course. As we cut back now to Todd Zacconi, just check this out.
The good news is, looking at the tracker, I don't see anybody else stopped yet, so that's good.
Yeah, we saw Christian Serapis earlier on, didn't we?
Yep, besides him. Oh, that's a stopped car, 1864 Krebs. That's a bummer. He said we're done. You could see him, he said we're done.
Yeah, the body language tells you everything.
Not a good way to start your race today. Bummer for those guys. Here's another one of our 7 trucks out here. It's the Fire Guys Racing from Colorado. Firefighter guys come all the way out from Colorado to race this. I know there's probably people here that come a lot farther than that, but it's always good to see those guys out here in that truck. It's a Toyota truck. Been around for a long time. It used to be more of a stock truck. Now it's linked and it's got a lot more suspension than it used to.
There's somebody walking, Fish. He's supposed to have a car attached to him. Where is his car?
He looks like he's walking back to his car. Maybe he went to get something and now he's going back to his car.
Or he went into the desert to have a quiet word with himself.
Or he went to get one of his monster drinks. Those ones have alcohol in them. That's what I'd be drinking right now if I was him. He's one of the new tea ones they came out with.
Yeah, we've got some action happening there. It looks like we're just about to see an overtake. In fact, we have just seen an overtake, just trying to work out whose car that is. You saw the difference in physical size between those two vehicles. Although they're both B3s, very different builds of vehicle.
If you're in a Jeep Gladiator and you're going to get nerfed by a 9 car, what happens then?
I think, oh, look at that.
Look at them.
Fantastic. Yeah. Now, that's what I'm talking about. I love that. Do you think he pulled over and went, where is he? And then as he went past, went, oh, my God.
Yeah, he's sitting so low, they probably didn't even see him behind him. Yeah. There's our leader right there. That is Brock Hager in the 1896. Still first car. He started first. He got the whole shot, and he is still first on the road and looking good.
Let's not forget, we started this race at 8 a.m. and we're still sending runners and riders out. It's gone 9 o'clock. That tells you the depth of this field. Oh, here we go.
It's off the line.
Look at the spare wheels flexing on the back.
Wow. that rear cage probably is not going to be on there for very long.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get your betting shoes on. How far is this car going to get?
Oh, look at this. 4 cars at the same time. We got a
5
Speed
cars.
second to the rear there. 5 cars. We got a Jeep. We got a Can-Am. We got a Speed. We have a 9 car. And then another car in the back there. That's a little bit of everything right there, right?
Yep.
There's all different classes on that screen.
Looks like
the
who's
this? Somebody rolled it over. Let's see if we can get a number here. 3932. Let's look at our list. 3932. Oh, that is Ashley. Ashley
That
Claw.
is Ashley, yeah.
Oh, no. Look, they're trying to get out. That's always tough.
Now, Ashley's only just left the line, so this is tough. Yeah, so Brock Hager now. Now, you're Brock Hager. You're sitting out there. You know you got the lead. You've got your crew sitting back in base. They're watching the trackers. They can see Joe Tirana behind you. What's the game plan? What are you saying to your guy?
Oh, there is no game plan for Brock. Remember, he's on the light switch, so he's just on. You can tell him something, Brock's not going to care. He's going to go, right? You're not going to tell him to slow down. Yeah. He's going to go and see if that car holds up. Whichever car holds up between him and Joe Tirana, that's probably going to be your winner.
Yeah, so we're watching our current race leaguer. This is Brock Hager. And very shortly, we should be able to see Joe Tirana. And we'll see a physical gap. Now, I'm guessing that he's going to be something around about sort of that 20 seconds behind him. Just wants to keep him in sight. He doesn't want to let him get too far ahead, but equally, he wants to have clean air.
You think it'll make it farther than the Miata did yesterday?
Ooh,
or is the Miata going to go farther?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, fly the drone in the bus. Get the drone in there.
Yeah.
That would be epic. You could go right in the middle there for sure. Don't be scared. Oh, it's got a windshield, or else you could fly the drone right through it.
Do you think he's got a coffee machine in there?
Probably something besides coffee.
Look at this. Is this the battle for
That's
first and second?
That's first and second right there, yeah. I mean, that's 5 seconds apart. 10 seconds
absolutely. But look at the speed they're coming through those rocks there. And this is the difference between the B3s and the B2s. You're going to see the B2s considerably check up when they're coming through those rocks.
Correct. And now, most likely, we're not going to see another car for a little bit here. So I'm going to start my stopwatch, and if we see another car there in a minute, we'll see what the gap was. Someone else is broken on the side. That's that car that was there earlier, actually.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So we've got the unofficial fish stop clock of happiness going. And we'll find out what the gap is between first, second, and third shortly. And that is the 1014, one of our B2 cars.
Oh, Dale Eberts is moving, so that's good down on the bottom. It looked like he was stopped earlier, but it may have been a false tracker ping. So definitely Dale Eberts down there. Madison, his daughter, is riding along with him today. He's one of the fastest desert guys that's been around for a long time. That guy can drive a buggy like no one can. He's one of the fast guys.
So those images are live from the car. So previously we'd had to use adventure cameras. We'd bring those cameras back. We'd take the cards out. We'd feed that to our production crew. And they'd give us some images that happened a couple of hours ago. But this is real-time action out there in the desert.
Here we go. This is our third place vehicle right here, according to the tracker. I believe the 1921, that's Kaden McCarren. I think he's going to be our third place vehicle.
And that there in the main shot is Brandon Sims. Yeah, we've got a replay. It's going to be coming in very shortly, so let's have a look and see what happened here to Kaden McCarren.
So here it is. He was in third position right here, chasing down the leaders, came through here just a little bit too hot, hit that rock, and it just sent him up right on his lid. Now, the worst part about this is there is no way around right here. That is a complete bottleneck right now. So you can see the fourth place car in a second comes. They tried to take that lower line, but where he is, he's still blocking the course. So they both jumped out, and at this point, it would be to everyone's advantage to get over there and get him flipped back over to get out of the way, because there's nowhere to go around him right now. Maybe try to pull him forward while they're pushing and hope it comes back over.
But if you look at the angle now, he's actually gone over 90 degrees, so it's going to be very difficult to get actually people on there to push it back, and it's also quite dangerous. So if our recovery truck can get on him, that would be the better option.
So this is just like Baja right here. We got a bottleneck situation. Usually we don't have bottlenecks out in Lucerne, but today we do. You never know what's going to happen out here at King of the Hammers. All right, here's our leader, it looks like. I believe that is Brock Hager right there.
Yeah,
coming back towards back door.
Yeah, heading out towards coming across the bottom of back door there. I'm expecting to see lots of spectators up there. Comes up over the top. It'll be crossing around the bottom of short bus right now. Now you have to take care down through this wash. There is lots of rocks here that just want to jump out and chew up your tires. But that's no problem for Brock Hager. He is a professional race car driver, and he's putting that Polaris Pro R to work.
Right
Joe
behind
Tirano was right there, wasn't he?
He lost a little bit of time.
Now, strategy, Fish, what are we going to see? Is Brock Hager going to be stopping for fuel?
I think he's going to take a splash, but it might not be here. It might be at the remote pit.
So I'm down here in Brock Hager's pits. He's just one turn away. They're going to do a fuel only. Like I said, they're thinking less than 5 seconds. They're going to throw fuel in here. They got tires ready, but they don't anticipate doing anything except for a quick little splash and go. Now it's 15 miles an hour off course, so he's going to have to come all the way down this jump. Looks like the car looks just absolutely perfect. This new Polaris Pro R is in great shape. They got him doing. Getting thumbs up from Hager. Everything's looking good. I'm telling you, this car looks absolutely perfect. Look at that. 3-second fuel. Absolutely amazing. This team down here got him in and out. He is off and running. Brock Hager leading this race, and now he's got looks like about a minute lead over here.
Thank you very much, Miles. Always good to hear from you. Now, that's drama we've got there, Fish. So we've just seen our current race leader taking on a splash and dash, but we saw Joe Tirano in second place.
Yeah.
He actually blew through. But the interesting thing is, only a few miles ago, we saw Joe Tirano looking like he was lining up for a pass on Brock. So what happened? And you see very, very different attitude when they get out into this faster sort of desert stuff. But they're being punished in the rocks this weekend. Those B3s, those UTVs, really putting it to work.
So that's the 1030 right there. That is Todd Jackson. That is a brand new car. It's the Jake's just built it. It's their third chassis. Yesterday was his first time racing in a Class 10 or any buggy. So the guy that's driving has never raced in a buggy before, and he was first yesterday. Got some passing going on there?
Yeah, we got some passing going on. That was a full-size love tap to the back end of that vehicle there. That was, hey, coming on through. But Miles is down in the pits right now, and he's got some news for us. Miles, what do you got?
So McCarren looks like they're doing a tire change. Eberts are doing a driver's change, so lots of action going out here. They're doing a little bit of fuel. Like I said, changing one tire. They must have changed it out on course, but these B2s still look like they're in great shape. Looks like a little, Ebert's got a little bumper that's been dinged up, so he's been doing some nerfing out there, having some fun.
Oh, look at this. We got 3 align here.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with lap traffic with this whole. I'm looking at the map right now, and there's a ton of cars that Brock is going to be catching. That is Todd Romano back there on the right.
Yeah, and that's Bill Helmont there. And this is what we were talking about earlier. These vehicles are so equally matched. Every meter has to be gained. And look at this. This is our physical
leader.
first. That is Brock Hager.
He's
led
still
this
hauling the mail, huh?
Absolutely. He's led this race from the start. As you said at the beginning, he only has 2 throttle positions, on and off, and currently he is hard on it. So
right.
Brock Hager there, our current race leader, as our helicopter peels away.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the second place behind him, and he's still a ways back. It's still the same car, 898 Tirana, Joe back there. And then behind him, we still have Wayne Matlock. It looks like he's going to be in third still, so no change between second and third there. The only difference was Brandon Sims fell out of the race earlier with the drivetrain issue.
That is Wayne Matlock.
That's what I was just talking about. So this, between Wayne and Tirana, whenever we can see him, on the tracker, they're going back and forth, so I don't know who's actually in front of who. Wayne may have got around him. It's hard to tell because they were updating pretty close together.
Our current race leader is Brock Hager, and he's making his way into town. I reckon we're around about 1 minute 30 away from the checkered flag. He qualified first. He started first this morning, and he's been running clean all day long. And he's only got a few more bends to do. Few more turns, few more jumps. I'm just looking at his hood there. It looks like it's loose. And we're going to throw this down to Miles any moment now, and he's going to bring Brock Hager across the line. So, Miles, it's all yours.
And to be here at King of the Hammers for the Toyo Tire Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy, you got to be feeling great.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I got to give it up to the whole Polaris Factory Racing team. All the guys from the shop that prep my car. There's a huge list of people here, and I just have to thank everyone that comes and helps and supports us.
Joe Tirano's about to hit the jump one last time for that unofficial second position. Goes to Joe Tirano. We'll see how that shakes out, but he has got to be excited about that.
2 flats cost us. We had to get to the next pit, and they re-racked us real quick, and we got on our way and made it to the finish.
It was a fun course, super fun. The guys out here that marked this thing is probably one of the funnest courses I've done in the States, and I just had a blast.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Flawless day for you, no issues?
Yeah, never had to get out of the car. Came in for a splash and took off and just just getting through everything, and had a little hang up, got a little bottleneck through the rocks, and we got stuck ourselves trying to get around it. But it's all part of racing.
But what a great showing by everybody thus far. So while we're going to take a quick little break, reset, and we'll have some more racing action right back here in just a moment. So we'll be right back after this. This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
Yeah, this is what we were waiting for. This is what we were here all weekend for. This is it. We're only a couple minutes away from sending these things off the start line into the desert for 2 laps of mayhem.
Now we're going to see them racing it for real on this, the big dance. This is the unlimited race here at King of the Hammers for the 2024 Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy. Okay, right now we're looking here, and let's go quickly flip through our top 10. In first position and in pole is Christopher Pavoldi. In second is Ryan Arciero, lined up in that stunning red, white and blue livery. Then behind him in third is Tim Hurst. In fourth is our highest placed T2, Justin Grabowski. Then in fifth place is our highest placed B1, which is James Dean. Then we've got sixth place, we've got Carl Jurgensen in another T2. Then in seventh is Ethan Ebert in the Honda Ridgeline with that V6 engine. In eighth is Cade Garcia. In ninth, we've got Kelly Smith, and rounding out the top 10, we've got Jason Coleman in another T2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go racing, Hammertown! Okay, Christopher Pavoldi is off the line. He takes the whole shot off of Ryan Arciero and makes his way into the second turn. He's already putting that all-wheel drive Mason to work as he heads off out into the desert.
Yeah, when I was just talking to Ryan, he said he knew that Christopher was going to get the whole shot on him. His goal was just to stick as close in his dust as he can and put some pressure on him. That's it. That's his goal today, put pressure on him and hope that Christopher makes a mistake.
Yeah, now there is a man here that really knows these trails, and that is Ryan Arciero.
Dustin Grabowski has a 525 horsepower motor versus about a 1,000 horsepower motor. What happened there? Looked like Tim
it looks like Tim Hurst was caught napping on the line. So Dustin Grabowski is actually pulled away from him. Wow, look at this. We got a T2 taking the whole shot here.
And then at the start right there, that is James Dean in our B1, top B1 qualifier versus Kyle Jurgensen driving the Camberg Engineering truck down there. So we have, once again, that is a 525 horsepower limited engine in the truck versus an unlimited engine in the buggy right there. So no surprise to see the buggy get the whole shot. However, these big holes right here are going to favor the truck.
Oh yeah, look at that. Jurgensen just making that car, putting that car to work. Watch on the line now, that is the 6104 of Cade Garcia, and next to him, a very interesting truck. That's Ethan Ebert in the Honda Ridgeline with the twin-turbo V6. So twin-turbo V6 here, checking
you see that?
out.
Grabowski missed the turn. He was off course there and kind of pulled over on the side. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, look at this there. Ethan Eberts just gets the whole shot of a Cade Garcia. But then we would expect him to... Oh, look at this.
Flat
now,
front left already.
This is what I was just saying to you about. There is that rock out there. We saw it knock down a couple of the B2s. We saw it take down a couple of our B3s. Oh, this is a tough break for Grabowski.
So next on the line, we got Jason Coleman versus Justin Bean Smith here. This is a battle of T2s. This should be a close race right here. I expect this one to be pretty close.
Yeah, and they charge off the line. And here we go. We're with Thurl Herbst right now as he's going outside alongside Ray Griffith. And just to prove me wrong, Ray swings on around the outside.
And so the order got off a little bit from what we have here. That looks like that's actually Gomez there.
Now, all day we've seen low dust conditions, but these cars are a different set of beasts entirely. Huge 40-inch tires, comedy-size engines, and they are the masters at making dust.
That's Charles Durant's in the 299 right there, off the line. next to Connor Pyle. So that's Connor Pyle right there in the Whipple in the truck. Now that truck has an LT1 in it. It's the only one out here that races this class with an LT1. All the rest of them are using an LS engine in the T2 class.
Yeah, and that is our current race leader. That is our current race leader, Christopher Pavoldi, making his way. Just watch this Mason all-wheel drive truck, and he is not taking any chances. He's laying it down.
There's Tim Herbst there in the 19. Terrible Herbst Monster Energy truck.
Now I want to keep an eye on that one. Obviously, he watched Dustin Grabowski get away from him. Then, of course, Grabowski almost have a little bit of karma there, if you can,
right?
in some ways.
If he jumped the start, that was karma probably, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the race gods are very fickle.
Looking strong so far. On the line, we got Adam Householder and Larry Trim. So Battle of the T1s. Remember yesterday we saw, actually that was Adam's dad. That's the spec truck there.
Yeah,
Adam
that's the 224.
yesterday. Yeah, that's the 224. That's Adam's dad.
Yeah, so Larry Trim in the T1 and Terry, of course, in the T2. So that's a house that is a horsepower battle that's only ever going to go one way.
And we still have some B3s finishing.
Who are looking
waving
very
them off course.
Who are looking very relieved right now as they see the unlimited cars going out on track.
Correct.
The last thing you want to see if you're in one of those is one of these coming up behind you.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, welcome to the 2024 Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy. You are here right now with the unlimited classes, and Pam is down in the pits right now with Cowboy Cerrone.
I am here with Cowboy Cerrone. You're getting ready. I caught you right before you put your helmet on, but you've already been out on race course once today, so you have a good preview of the course. Do you feel pretty good going into the race?
I feel very good going to the race. I can't wait to get in the truck and let her be.
Well, it's going to be a good race out there like you already have seen it. So are you excited about it? Know where you need to check up now that you're switching gears into a different vehicle?
Yeah, you've got to check up the gear stay pin, so we're good to go.
Awesome. Well, good luck out there. I'll let you go finish getting lined up and all set up. Good luck out there.
Thanks, sweetheart. Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Pam. And still we've got more runners and riders leaving the line right now.
Yeah, we got a B1 versus a T2 again, it looked like.
But right now it's all about that Optima car. Christopher Pavoldi charging hard out in front. I would love to know how far behind Ryan Arciero is right now. And the 6180 of Chris Hicks.
On our tracker, it's showing Ryan Arciero at 0 miles an hour. Hopefully that's just a bad tracker update, but we'll keep an eye on it. Ryan Arciero may be at 0 miles an hour.
No, that's not what we want to hear. As we watch Robbie Venstra there really charging hard through those big ruts.
Polvardi is still moving, and the 19 is just behind him a little bit. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't know about Ryan Arciero there. He might be at 0. That's Brady Mellon right there. Looks like he's messing with something on his helmet. Oh, he's wiping the camera. See, that's always an important job as a co-driver. You always have to wipe the GoPro, right? You don't want to forget to wipe the GoPro so everybody can see. What do we got? We got a pass going on here?
Yeah, that is one of the Brenthal cars.
See, 2 different lines. Who's going to get there first? They're going to come back together.
Oh, look at this. Oh. It looks like the Brenthal car just got ahead there as we cut across to EJ Hurst.
EJ Hurst is stopping again. This is not good. Never good to see it stopping. Here we got Grabowski catching Durant. Dustin's definitely going to give him the bumper. Dustin does not hold back. Here we go. Watch. Guarantee you. See, told you. He'll hit him again. He will hit him again until he moves, and then he will move him on the 3rd time. Dustin Grabowski, one of the most aggressive drivers out there. So first hit, he didn't move. The second hit's going to be harder. And then the 3rd hit, you move him.
Oh,
and he moved. Okay, yeah. That was smart. Very smart.
Yeah, he didn't want to be wearing a Grabowski dress.
No, that's one guy you don't want to block. The 94 Christopher Polvardi is still moving on the tracker. He's still moving, doing 63 miles an hour. And then the Herps right there are 2nd. And it does look like Ryan Arciero is still in 3rd. And Ethan Ebert is in 4th. Physical.
Pavoldi's actually managed to pull out about 45 seconds worth of lead. If we magnify that across the entire of the race, we're talking around about a buffer of a good 3 to 4 minutes.
Well, technically, the Herps started a minute behind him, right? Because they were on the second line. So he's put,
that's what I'm getting at.
That big of a gap on him.
So if it carries on as it is right now, we're going to see about Christopher Pavoldi finishing with something like around about a 4 minute 20 lead. That'll be something very special. And there is the bus, just making its way across the desert, as you do.
So just looking at the tracking map, Cade Garcia is making his way up pretty good in the T2 class, in the 6104. He may be the 4th or 5th car on track physical. So the 6104 is making a couple moves here.
So I think that is car number 2 at the moment, or car 19, which is currently running in second place, I should say. And look at the size of those whoops there. You get a real understanding of what these cars are having to go through. I reckon he's probably doing about 75, 80 mile an hour there right now.
Okay, we got a lead change. Christopher Polvardi in the 94 has a flat tire. Herps is now your new leader, so that's the 19 coming right here. So the 19 has got around Christopher Polvardi. He's down with a flat tire.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. That's incredible. Tough break there for Christopher Pavoldi. But I hate to say it, but that's just given us a real race, because that means that Christopher Pavoldi is going to be standing on the skinny pedal to catch Tim Herbst.
Yes, exactly. You're right.
Here's our physical race leader at the moment. This is Tim Herbst.
That is the 19.
And he's got to finish 45 seconds ahead of the man who's chasing Christopher Pavoldi. I'd love to know how many miles this man has driven in a desert truck in his lifetime.
Oh, quite a few. That is Christopher Polvardi, and that is Tim Herbst up there on the top of your screen in the 19, because you can see the Herbst helicopter flying off to the right of him.
Yeah. Do you see the dust just enveloped around that car completely?
Yeah. The time of no dust is gone. There is dust now the rest of this race, and that's going to come into a factor.
It is indeed. And it certainly is for whoever that was piling into the dust. Oh, look at that big nose stand there from the 19. That is Trey Gibbs there. And another one of the T2s. Trey started in 18th position. Oh, right, now there is Christopher Pavoldi. So what was that? Less than 30 seconds, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. He's ran him back down. So this is going to be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back right on his bumper by the time they get back here, if he doesn't get around him before then.
Now there's a car that we haven't seen for a little while. That is car 32.
There we go. There's Ryan Arciero, who started in the second spot, came to a stop at some point. We're not sure for what.
And seeing they're charging
That's Cade Garcia right there, I believe. There's trouble for the number 9. They got a tire out of the rack already, so it looks like they have a flat tire. So that's Ethan Ebert in the Honda with the twin-turbo V6. Co-driver's out. Oh, he's not too happy. That's Christopher Polvardi right here. Still in the dust, so obviously still behind the 19 because we can see dust. None of these guys here in this top spot care about second place today. It's first or nothing. You won't see any of these guys smile if they get second place. There's Terry Householder in the 224. That's Adam's dad out there. Oh, there's the Dean. It looks like that's the Dean car, the Class 1 car. We got a left-hand turn coming up here, so we got the inside to the truck. Let's see who comes out of the dust in front. Oh, we got him.
This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
I think that's Justin Bean Smith right there in his T2. There's Eisenhower. That one's easy to spot always. It says their name right on the front windshield, too.
Yeah, if you can't pick that truck, we probably should give this up.
Yeah. That's a cool shot right here. That's a high-speed section right there. That's probably 100, 120 miles an hour on this section right here. I mean, the helicopter's doing everything it can to keep up with the truck, and you can see the truck's actually kind of pulling away almost.
Well, that's it. So you know it's over 100 mile an hour when the trucks start to outpull the helicopters.
Yeah. At the end of the first lap, are they going to come in? Are they going to take tires and fuel? Or are they just going to do a fuel splash? We'll find out.
Now, my guess is it depends on what tires you're using. My guess is if they're on BFGs, they might blow through, just even take a dash of fuel. But do they need fuel? I'm not convinced they need.
They don't need fuel. No, they could go this whole way for sure. If they started full, these cars can go 180 miles on fuel.
The co-drivers are on the radios talking back to their pits saying, hey, this is what we need, this is what we want to do. The analysts in the pits are also looking at the times of the other vehicles that are out on track and making decisions. There is so much going on there right now in those pits you can't believe.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to make a plan right now what they're going to do.
And look at the crowds out there, Fish.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Pulvardi make up some time on the short course here in Hammertown. So this could be exciting. Depending on where they're pitting at, I don't know if they're pitting in the front of it or.
We've got the infamous.
Oh, look right
19.
here. Herbst is right here. Herbst is coming into the pit right here. Herbst is going to pit, and here comes Pulvardi. So Pulvardi's definitely going to make the pass, but chances are Pulvardi's pit is in Hammertown. Oh, they're having a jack problem. Look, they got a problem with the jack. That took a long time to get it up.
Yeah, it did, and that's what I was saying to you. I was amazed that the tyres weren't off the vehicle already. So Pulvardi, this is his moment. This is where he could make a pass.
Well, he's already passed him. He passed him when they came in the pit.
Yeah, I know that, but this is his moment. He's still got to get pitted himself because he's going to have to take one on the rig, that's for sure. But we've got a man down in the pits who knows all about this and knows what's happening. He's the man with the stick mic himself. It is Mr. Miles Hasselquist. What have you got for us, Miles?
I'm down here in Pulvardi's pits. They're going to come in for at least 2 tires on the rear, re-rack the back, and do a splash of fuel while they're here. But as you can see, Herbst is way out, so I don't have any communication with them. But Pulvardi's here. They've got a crew here. They are ready. They got a tire guy for each corner, and he is coming in here right now around Can-Am corner. All 4 tires spinning hard. Pulvardi will be pulling in here in just a second and do a quick little pit stop. We'll see how this check. And it looks like Herbst's back is on track, so we'll see how quick this happens. Look at this. Is NASCAR style at its finest. Full pit here, but the rest of this car looks like it's in great shape. Missing a little bit of fiberglass on the right rear. They're swapping out the rear spare. A super quick pit. We'll see if he can get out in front of Herbst or not. Getting double thumbs up from Chris Pulvardi right now. And again, this all-wheel drive Mason Motorsports machine is looking good, and he is about to take off, so he will get back ahead of Tim Herbst. It looks like they're sending him out. So Chris Pulvardi back on course, out in front of Tim Herbst. What a smoking fast pit crew. Like I said, they've got 10 people on the car at once. And they changed 2 tires, changed the spare, and up, and now they got about, I'm going to say, a 15, 20-second lead over Tim Herbst. What a smoking great job by the Pulvardi crew.
So Kate Garcia is having an absolutely fantastic race here.
Jurgensen came in just for a quick little fuel and go, and everything looked good.
Everything looked good on the trucks. We want to splash a little bit of fuel. We hold a little bit less fuel than most of the trucks out here, so we had to get that done. A little concerning, though, seeing Cade come in and skipping most of this infield. What's going on with that?
I missed that one on there, but we'll see how that shakes out. Yeah.
This is very important because we thought that Cade Garcia was behind Carl Jurgensen because we didn't see him come in. Then all of a sudden we saw Cade Garcia in front of Jurgensen, and we're just hearing from Jurgensen's crew there that it sounds like Cade Garcia has short-coursed the entire of the short course.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty for sure. What sucks now is for Jurgensen, he's got to run him back down in the dust now and be behind him in the dust. So he's going to get a penalty, but it's much worse than just that because now he's stuck behind somebody. So if something happens right now, that really screwed his race right there.
Okay, we're getting confirmation now from race control that 6104 Cade Garcia short-coursed and pit violation. So there will be penalties applied. Although Cade Garcia is currently ahead of Carl Jurgensen, he will have penalties applied.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, if you're going to try to get away with something, you don't do it right in the middle of Hammertown, right? There's only a couple people here watching. Not a good spot to do that at. Yeah, that's Terry Householder there in the rear truck making a move here. And like I said, this angle, it makes it look like he can totally see, right? But as soon as you get in that truck, you can't see anything. That dust right there, we can see, but he can't see anything right now.
Oh, look at this.
They pulled over for him at least.
And
that was nice.
Yeah, that's car 19. That is Tim Herbst.
It does look like it's Durant's down there in the bottom.
Yeah,
right.
I think that is Durant's. I think you've called that one absolutely perfectly. Now, we saw Durant's in some good battles earlier. I'll tell you someone we haven't seen on track for a long time, and that's Dustin Grabowski.
Oh, that's very true. Let me see if I can try and find his tracker and see if he's still going, because you would think that he would be up here with these lead guys if he was still moving.
Let's not forget, though, he did have a flat tire right at the start of this race, but he's a hard charger, so he would be trying to make time up. But it's tough to make time on people like Cade Garcia. It's tough to make time on people like Carl Jurgensen, who really are at the pinnacle of this sport.
All right, so it was the 94, then it was 47 seconds to the 19, and it was 3 minutes behind the 94 to Cade Garcia. And then it was 4 minutes and 30 seconds to Jurgensen behind the 94. That's your top 4 physical. So this is going to be good right here. This is a T2 in front with Kyle Jurgensen, and then Ryan Arciero in a T1 that's had a few issues today, a couple setbacks, is behind him. You got about double the horsepower coming up behind him. The suspension is a little bit more, pretty close to the same. Not much advantage on the suspension, but the horsepower is definitely double. So he's got clean air right here. So Jurgensen, it's going to, look, there's no one in front of him. He's got clean air. Truck looks still pretty good.
Yeah, all the fenders are on there.
Yeah. Got a little bit of damage on the front grille, most likely from a competitor's vehicle earlier in the race.
And there is Arciero. Easily identifiable at the moment, as he has no hood.
In the dust of Kyle Jurgensen, trying to get around him. But there's a good look at Ryan Arciero in the 32.
And there is our second place car. That is Tim Herbst. This is turning out to be some race, yeah?
Yeah, this definitely is. You can see these cars are going for it. They know there's only 15 miles left. The 19, I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything. They have to get around the 94 and put some time on them. It's not looking too good right now for the win. Yeah, so looking at the tracker right now, I believe we have the 94, that's Polvardi, and then we got the 19, that's Herbst. And then it looks like it's Cade Garcia, which we can see right there. That's our third car on course right now. And then fourth, we have Kyle Jurgensen. Fourth, we got Ryan Arciero fifth, right behind him. Then it looks like we got Justin Bean Smith, then Ethan Ebert, JP Gomez, maybe? Yeah, it looks like Gomez and Coleman right on top of each other. Grabowski and Herbst. And here's the 19 coming back in town. They're on it. Look at this. This is full speed right here.
This is on a charge.
Yeah, there's not much you can do at this point besides bring it in and just hope maybe something happens to the 94 if you're the 19.
But right now it's looking like it is going to be all about Christopher Pavoldi. And there he is, the helicopter flying alongside him. And he'll be buzzing right now. He knows exactly what he's got to do. He's been a winner here in the past and an awesome pit stop. He managed to get back past Tim Herbst, and he's had the lead ever since.
This is what we were waiting for all day. First car off the line is the first car back into Hammertown.
He comes through or round the Bronco Arch into the short course. So this is our race leader here at the 2024 Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy. Our current race leader is Christopher Pavoldi.
In this number 1 spot unofficially, you were on the pole this morning, and here you are. You've got to be feeling pretty good.
No, yeah, feels good. Had super fun race, just kind of cruised, and I made a mistake early on, got myself a flat, but after that, kind of just put our head down, and I got to give a huge shout out to the pit guys, and they're really the ones who got this win. They got us in and out faster than Tim Herbst, so really those dudes are the ones that should be up here celebrating a lot more than me. They pulled me out of a bad situation, so super happy, and yeah, tonight we celebrate.
We ran pretty hard. You know, there's a couple spots we thought we need another gear or more motor. The cross grain was interesting, and it was challenging, and it was really competitive.
And, all the sponsors that help out. I prep this truck by myself. Nick helps me out a little bit, but I'm just a one-man shop, and I just do it myself. And it was a testament to the prep, and yeah, I'm just very, very happy regardless.
We've already seen some incredible action out there, of course, but let's just talk about Brock Hager winning the limited classes this morning, and then this afternoon, of course, the big man. He's only tiny himself.
Yeah,
Christopher Pavoldi dominating in the unlimited classes.
Yeah, put on a great show for everybody here in Hammertown and back at home. We need to give a huge shout out to Pam Hall that's been helping. Fishgistics was the man all weekend. This guy knows everything about the desert trucks.
He does indeed. It's been absolutely wonderful. We will look forward to joining you for more action here in Johnson Valley tomorrow morning.